Hello, fight fans. Are you looking forward to tonight's heavyweight championship fight as much as I am? Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, the American, against the Englishman, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, the WBC heavyweight champion, versus the lineal heavyweight champion, the man that walked away from the sport 3 years ago after a huge upset over Vladimir Klitschko. These two are 67-0 combined between the two of them. This is the biggest fight in the United States since Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson in 2002. Biggest heavyweight fight in 16 years, by far. By far. And you see a lot of the things you see online is you see all the English fans, all the English sites, the first page or two. And you guys got to watch it over there at 5 in the morning. It's like, sorry, that sucks. I've had to do that on this side sometimes with streams and different things. Anyways, let's get into the particulars here. Deontay Wilder, 3 years older than Tyson Fury, 33 to Tyson Fury's 30. Tyson Fury seems to tower over Deontay Wilder a lot of the times. I think that's kind of a perception thing. He's only 2 inches taller. I was surprised he's at 6'9". Deontay Wilder is 6'7". And Tyson Fury will have a 2-inch reach advantage, 85 inches to 83 inches. Both men are orthodox fighters. Will be U.S. versus England. A popular theme in boxing, country versus country. They've been doing this forever. But what kind of Tyson Fury will we get when we get inside the ring? We think we have a pretty good idea of what Deontay Wilder will get when they get in there. Tyson Fury, of course, after walking away from the cage 3 years ago, blew up to over 400 pounds. He was ridiculously out of shape. He admitted being addicted to drugs and alcohol and in a deep depression after winning the heavyweight championship of the world. And how crazy is that? Now, he is a much bigger guy. Tyson Fury comes into this. He weighed in at 253. Deontay Wilder just 212, which is pretty normal for him. So the Gypsy King will have a 40-pound weight advantage coming into this. That can't be underestimated. Wilder's been fighting bigger guys his entire life, though. He's small for a heavyweight. I don't know that he's ever weighed in over 220. Not that I've seen, not that I remember. Let's look at the odds at this real quick. Deontay Wilder is going to come in a favorite, minus 155, just slightly. And if you're looking to put down some money on the Gypsy King, you'll get back $125 for every Benjamin you lay down. It's a really tough fight to call. And if this had happened 3 years ago, I would pick Tyson Fury probably without much hesitation. I was really thinking Deontay Wilder until the last couple days, maybe until today. As I was thinking of it, I was looking through press conferences and I was looking through weigh-ins, and you see Tyson Fury kind of getting under the skin of Deontay Wilder and getting those reactions. And an interesting thing happened in my mind. Not only did Deontay Wilder get more animated, it almost seems like Tyson Fury needs someone to be upset with him to feel alive. I think I'm not as worried about Deontay Wilder getting off his game plan because he's always been cool, calm, and collected. I'm not as worried about that as I am for him about a focused Tyson Fury. I don't know if he's had enough fights since he's came back yet. I would think he would have taken probably 2 more tune-up fights, as much as he was out of shape, and as much ring rust as he showed in that first fight. He looks much better in the last fight. If he improves that much again, this should be a great fight. It's the classic boxer versus slugger matchup, and I really have to compare this. It compares to Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was, of course, a lot shorter, but Deontay Wilder is that kind of knockout artist. He's got that crazy power. Tyson Fury, the bigger, taller boxer. And where it really goes back to, and what I think of it as is, I compare Deontay Wilder, I think he's a harder puncher than Mike Tyson. I got to go all the way back to George Foreman. And I look at Foreman Ali. And if that would have happened in the United States, I have a feeling that possibly could have went a different way. But Deontay Wilder is a harder puncher than Mike Tyson. He's the hardest puncher since George Foreman, who literally lifted Joe Frazier off of the canvas. Deontay Wilder hits people like that. If you have not seen him fight, plunk down your money. Go to Showtime pay-per-view, or I believe you can order it through Fight TV, FIT.tv. $75 it's going to cost you. But this is probably the only boxing match that you're going to get for a long time. DAZN's got us covered as far as the Canelo Alvarez fights. They have Anthony Joshua as well. That's $10 a month. $75 sure does sound like a lot of money, but we're not looking at the 2 to 3 big pay-per-view cycle in boxing anymore. And now that Mayweather is basically all but retired, this is probably it for this year. There's no Oscar De La Hoya. There's no Floyd Mayweather. There's no Mike Tyson. There's no Roy Jones. There's no real shining star in the sport right now, especially at heavyweight. Deontay Wilder's the closest we've had, and the American public, honestly, if you're not a hardcore boxing fan, most people don't even realize who he is. And that's absolutely insane. This guy could be one of the greatest of all time. These could be 2 of the greatest of all time. And they will get it on tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I will be streaming here starting at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Don't miss it. And if you've been playing our trivia game with us, I'm going to start that as close to 5:30 as possible. Wait for a few people to get in and get the trivia game through, because I don't want it to be going on during the fights. If you're new to Fights with Friends, join the trivia game. We just started it 3 weeks ago. We keep track of points. There'll be 12 different questions. This week's are boxing themed. Last night's, it was Ultimate Fighter finale, so they were all Ultimate Fighter related questions. But it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, come in, have a beer with us. If you're new to us, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, subscribe so you know when I go live. You get those notifications. I do every UFC pay-per-view, every big boxing pay-per-view, a lot of Bellator events, just a lot of boxing, kickboxing. This is a fight channel. If you're into fighting, if you're into people getting in a ring or a cage or on mats and get in a human chess match to see who is physically the better fighter, this is the place. And we get crazy excited here. We have a lot of fun. We have an animated core of people that have been on there for a long time. So I really do hope you take me up on that invitation and join us tonight, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses later.